Hey, Somaliland. By the way, that's my flag there, you get me? Green on top, white in the middle with a black star and a red at the bottom, you get me? So that's Somaliland. They got Somalia as well, neighbouring countries with still one language, you get me? One nation. But Sammy El Paso, by the way, allow me to introduce myself. You know what I mean? Basically, I've been through some stuff in life. If you start following my journey, if you followed my journey, or you've seen bits and pieces of what I've been up to, then you'd understand I have a story, and it gets deeper every time I sit here and speak with you lot. It's like unraveling the parcel. Oh, there's another layer. Then you unravel the parcel. Oh, there's another layer. I didn't know it was like that. Never judge a book by its cover. You don't know who's God-fearing, you don't know who's the one, you don't know who God likes and special, and you don't know who's blessed in this world. So never judge. Get to know. And even when you do get to know, still don't judge it. Just listen to someone's story, because no one's speaking for no reason. Basically, what I'm doing this for is teaching myself what would I have told myself 10 years ago if I could give that chance me. If I could tell Sammy El Paso, a.k.a. Fat Boy, that's what I used to be called then, 10 years ago, what would I say to him now? In everything I'm saying right now. So it doesn't matter if someone else is listening, I'm speaking to the 10 years younger version of me. I'm not telling you other people's experiences, I'm only going to tell you what I've been through in life. So basically, a few years ago, 2014, 15, I was involved in a very, very serious incident where I had to save a life. Yeah? Some people know, some people don't, but I'm putting it out there now. I saved a life. Yeah? I wasn't meant to be involved in this drama. I was minding my own business. My own soul and spirit wanted me to go in a different way and run from the problem. But there was something else guiding me to help this youth, do you know what I mean? To help this kid. So what I did, put myself on the line, saved the kid's life, got him in his house, and then took all them injuries from it, do you know what I mean? Anything that come after it, bats, whatever, you know what I mean? I nearly lost my arm got chopped up to the point where I couldn't even feel nothing. The whole hand was like, my thumb was here, fingers was all facing like that, basically. So, yeah, went through it was a deep time for man. So basically, like some youths, it was some little area thing going on, innit? Like everyone fights in the area and it goes on everywhere. In London, out London, America, wherever you want, like it goes off. Don't matter what hood you're from, what block, what estate, whatever country lane you, it goes off. Let's not be in denial about that. But the real fact is, no one ain't going for the right people or who they're intended for. They're going for innocents that just live on that block. Innocents. Someone could just be wearing a night tracksuit and you're going to do him. Someone could just be walking home from work one day, you're going to do him. The same thing with that kid that I saved, yeah? He was taking the bin out for his mum. My man was in open-toe slippers, them slippers that come between your toes and that. You understand? When I see him, like, basically white as a ghost, he's a black kid, white as a ghost, nothing killing him. I had to run over, helped him out, got involved in the fight, obviously got him out of trouble and harm's way, then harm only come to me. Do you know what I mean? As much as I'm a big enough man, I've tried to deal with it as much as I can. We're only one person, bro. Only one human being. We only got one life. So you've got to respect your own life. You get what I'm saying? So after that, nearly losing my arm and whatnot, obviously it was samurai chops. Like people are trying to chop man up with samurais, bats to their head. I've got dents in my head, like metal poles. Do you get what I'm saying to you? I just thank God that I'm alive today. I thought that was my last, minute. You know what I'm saying to you? So in them last minutes of my breath, all I knew was my religion, and what I knew best was chat to your Lord before you go, you know what I'm saying? So I'm praying hard while I'm all opened up. My face is open, up ears open. I've been pure cuts around the body. But the arm was the main thing. My bone was broke, that little bone, whatever it's called, fibula or tibula or something like that. My nerve was gone. So there's a lot of damage, you know what I mean? But yeah, when I saved the kid's life, it's like, I should have felt good about it, but I was always fighting myself and thinking, why did I get involved? It was a mind over matter thing. I was thinking, why did I get involved? It wasn't my fight. I should have gone the other way. My body was telling me go this way, but I ran into the fight. So it was something above me that was pushing me that way. Do you get what I'm saying? So I did what I had to do as a normal human being. We save a life. Not many people make it back from that. And God rest all them souls, them people that save lives and put their life on the line to save others, and they're not here with us. So basically, I done that, helped the kid out, had a little rustle and a tussle. Do you know what I mean? They got the best of me, no problem. But I'm still alive here till this day. Bruv, in the first couple moments, like when you're there, you're angry, you're mad, you're moving off of ego and pride because you're thinking, do they know who I am? Are they crazy? Do you know what I mean? Do they know what man is capable of? But at the end of the day, it's like, when I find out it was, I'm like, these are the same people I grew. Do you know what I mean? And now how that must hurt in the inside when you're like, right, I've fed these kids, I've took care of them, sent them shopping. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Then all of a sudden they get older, something's changed. But little did they know, they didn't even know it was me at that time. It's only a week later when they found out, oh, that's the person it was. Everyone skipped, bailed, whatever they had to do. Do you know what I mean? Hospital was like, it was crazy up there. They got you, if you lot know about the Royal London, the 11th floor, like they got you walking around with armed guards and yeah, like you just feel secure. They're meant to make you feel secure that nothing's gonna happen to you. But I felt like mad out of place, like crazy out of place. You get me? So what's happened there? They've took me down to the 3rd floor after they'd done a few operations, but my nerve was going off, geez. There was a lot going on, my nerves going off, I couldn't, like, it's mad. It's like someone, every 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you're getting that whole body's going into some, do you know what I mean? You're tensing up, you're doing this, it was madness for me. But then they took me down to the 3rd floor. I felt a bit at home down there, do you know what I mean? Because it was like the guards are like, just going off. If you know what I'm, like, it's one of them ones, if you know, you know anyway, yeah? So when they took me down there, it's like God put me in the right room. He put me in a room with a guy that lost his leg. So his leg's in the air. And then my arm's in the air. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So I'm like, right, what can we do to help each other out? We're like, we need to go outside and have a little fag or a smoke or something, yeah? But what's happened? Because his arms are working, I've gone over to him and made friends with him. I was like, mate, can you help me out? Like, he become my best friend, basically. Me and him are in a ward, we're locked in the room, and it's just me and him. We're giving each other jokes, my arm's in the air, he's in there. We were doing like silly little things together and that. But there was one time when like the nurses they didn't understand how much pain anyone was going through. Do you know what I mean? So then one of the top nurses come. Now, before she come, me and my man run up in the medical cupboard. So I'm wheeling in with his wheelchair. We've got medicine for everyone. Give it all out. Everyone was good. The next day, I didn't know how much pain I was going through. I couldn't explain my pain. No one that was next to me or around me at the time could understand the pain I was going through. They just thought it was a cut on the arm and that was it. But then one of the big surgeons out of that hospital, Royal London, I big her up every time, she's come to me and said, the pain that this young gentleman's going through, it's like a lady giving birth without taking any drugs. And that's what made me like, do you know what I mean? It kind of not sent man, but kind of made me feel like, whoa, that's a lot of pain. How much more can a human take before they die? Do you know what I mean? There's only certain amount that you can take in pain and anything. So then that just like, it made me take a step back in life and look at my arm and think, right, I can't even use my arm no more. Forget not using it. I was in so much pain, I wanted to chop it. See where it ends right there? That's where I wanted it off. That's how much pain I was in. I didn't want part of my own body, G. But I give thanks. I thank the Lord Almighty every single day that I still have it. I don't care how it works. I don't care if it don't make a fist. It's still mine. Understand? So I thank God that it's still here, intact, working. I had metal plates put all inside. My wrist couldn't move. It was like that for a little while. I see a few of them, indirects, the directs. I see them. But I was on a new path when I see them, if you understand what I'm saying to you. It's like, we're going to get to that on the next episode, but let me just give you a quick summary of like, the Almighty changes you, G. And when the Almighty changes you, He'll test you on them changes, people, to see if you're really living what you're trying to say you're doing by the Almighty. If you say you give something up for Him, you have to give it up. You can't be like, I'll give it up and then, oh, let me switch it on for one day and come back again. It don't work like that, G. And what must I do? Must I go and hurt several other families, make 10 other mums cry? That's the karma effect, my brothers and sisters, what we've all been living in. The crosses and the curses that we can't get out of. Hurt people, hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. It doesn't stop. It just takes one healed person to heal a person, then it heals a person and heals a person, and so on. Do you get my drift now, everyone? Let's stop acting like we're all ego and pride, because them two things don't reside by our Lord. The one Lord. It doesn't reside by it. It doesn't make no sense. Your heart has to be clean, full, done. Forgive everyone. Even if you don't want to forgive them, forgive them for your sake. If you don't forgive them for your sake, you're just carrying a burden in your heart. A little spot on your heart that's always never going to go. Never going to go. The next person that moves just like that, you're going to put them in that category. Or tarnish them with that brush. But we need to stop this whole knock-on effect. I know the people that did it. I've been sorry from the day they did it. But they won't admit it. How about that? That's how much of a strong person I am. They still watch me to this day. Like, they're my biggest fans. They still watch and give me views and do what I have to do. But I don't look in the same person. I wasn't that person I was then. That person I was then wasn't God-fearing. Like, was small God-fearing. My ego and my pride was much higher than what I cared about my Lord. But now, my Lord is always up there, and there is no pride and ego. Flat, ground zero. Some understand. Some get it straight away. Some take long to understand. Some say they understand, but they won't ask me why. Like, I explain my life to them. I manifest my life. Like, I speak existence into my life. When people are talking bad and talking about someone or talking about this, I choose not to get involved in that no more. I choose to speak my own future into myself. Like, you know what, lads? Forget all this. I'm going to the Mobos next year. Probably the Oscars. Probably wherever God wants me to go on his green earth, I'm going to make it work. Because the person who I am in this area, or what I've made myself out of this block and this area who I am, I could take this anywhere and go universal with it. Because my Lord is universal. To tell you the truth, let's be as honest. Pride and ego out the way. One, they either rate my thing or they don't. Two, they're probably looking at their views and seeing that, right, like, how did this guy go from where he was and do a complete 360 and still manage to not live in fear? Because I still have indirect people sending me messages, oh, you should do this, or you should get involved in that, or liking my TikToks, or liking my Instagrams, and do you know what I mean? And me knowing who I am, I'm like, my heart is 100% with the Lord. If I go the next minute tomorrow, I'm good with my life, I'm happy. I live one true life. I speak what I feel then and there. There's no harbouring nothing. Do you know what I mean? One of them asked me, when I was, a few years ago, when I was just getting on my strength from my Lord, they didn't know I was hiding my strength from my Lord. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was like, I wasn't telling people how religious I was. I would just act like I was the same old person. But deep down in my heart, I knew who my Lord was. I knew who I was connected to. I knew who I walk and talk to. By the way, it's called, you know what I mean? I find out the English way, but it's faith, innit? One of them tried to ask me, what are you going to do about the youths that done that to you? I find that mad, cocky, cheeky. I thought it was rude. I thought, what was your gain out of that, bro? Like, that statement alone, I'll do you. But you know what? The Almighty put something more powerful in my mind and my mouth. And I don't know, I couldn't even believe when I was saying it. This is why I knew I was getting used as a vessel. My Lord told me, I forgive them all. That's all I had to say to them, and it shocked everyone. Because it's something that I would never do. 100%, every single person. That's why my heart is clean. I forgive them straight away. So anything anyone does now, I would warn them. Are you sure you want to go up against this battle now? It's not just me now. You might see me on my own. 100% it's not just me on my own. They can see it, they can feel it. It's an aura. Whether some can see it right now, the aura and that, some can see the heart, some can see what it is, some are God-fearing. You know what I'm talking about. God's people are God's people, G. I didn't know I was one of them. I had to come back into the fold, and now I'm here. Please, everyone, just live your lives for you. Don't worry about me. Don't talk about me. Please. Even if you do, it doesn't faze me, because it turns into more fuel and energy for me to take that and turn it into something good. Go and teach a kid. Stop playing with your life, guys. You only got one shot. We're all in a line, you know. We don't know who's next in this thing called death. Value your life. Value your people. Even, like, I feel like my Lord put me in a veil. Like, if He don't want no one to see me, basically, I'm veiled from everyone. Where I'm so on my path, no one gets to see me. Or when they do get to see me, they see the after effects of me. Like, I've just left somewhere or the end of me. They won't get to see how I am. Because my Lord, that's how I believe my Lord works, bro. The same Lord for everyone. Like, you tell him what you want. I don't want to see none of these people no more. He veils you from them. People, your own peoples are going past. I had friends walking past me like that, like in my face. And I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? No problem. But at the same time, I hear what you're saying. Stopping this from the next time. Talking to the youth of today, of tomorrow, of the next generation, or whenever you're going to watch this. You might watch this today, tomorrow, 2 years, 5 years from now. But what I'm saying to you is, do you have to? Because then when your ego and pride takes you somewhere where you don't want to be, there's no coming back. Like, we've all heard it. It's your bed, you lie in it. But you're not only lying in it by yourself, you bring your family with you. You bring your friends with you. Because that's all knock-on effect. When it's tit for tat, they go there, you come here. They go there, you come here. But is anyone going for the right person? Why don't you lot just all go in the ring or do something where you can just be like, all right, you want to be old school gladiators, go and fight till the death. But then after that, leave it at that. You got young doctors, young artists, so many talent in the hood that people don't even get to see their own talent because no one's giving them a chance to press record like my brother Just has done. Over a year ago, he pressed record, bro. Let me sit as a special guest in front of a camera, bruv. I didn't look at it as in, I want this, I want that. He just slowly showed me how to be a better person on camera. Now look at me, bro. I could have never have done this, but God willing, he sent the right people to your cause. Just work with the right ones. Don't go with the ones that are leading you towards the fire and you know who they are. Because they won't talk straight. 1 minute they're chatting next man's business, next minute they're telling you other people's plans. Real people discuss ideas. Crasses discuss people. Don't you get it? As soon as they mention someone else, forget it, get out of their company. They're not the people. I think I'm lying to you. If they're not trying to reach you or teach you from something that they know, it doesn't make no sense. If they're not trying to take you out of the fold of where they've come from, the suffering that they've been through, everyone knows what the roads are like. Freeways out the roads. Let's just take away the one that everyone thinks they're going to get, being a millionaire, going clear. 2, 6 feet under, or life in prison. Or if you're nice, you might get a shorter sentence. But nowadays, they're not playing. Lads, gents, girls, whoever I'm talking to, whoever wants to listen. Because we've all been there. If you're not going to listen to someone that's been there, oh, he's a heathen, he don't know what he's talking about. More for you. Because you know what? My Lord heard me tell you lot. That's now written in ink. Take it as you want it, guys. I'm not better than you. I'm not lower than you. We're all on the same level until you lot decrease yourselves and start acting like you're not God's people. Start moving in pride. Stop not going for things that your Lord gives you. You ask your Lord for money, he gives you stuff. Like, he'll bring you you ask for a cake, he'll bring you all the ingredients. All you got to do is put them together, put it in the oven, set this, set that. Your cake's done. But you don't want the ingredients and throw it to someone else and make your cake for you. It don't work like that. You've got 2 hands, a heart, eyes, mouth. Be thankful for all these blessings that your Lord gives you every single day. One last thing. 500,000 people didn't wake up last night. 500,000 people, whether they're family members, no family members, due to this illness, non-illness, cold, whatever, so be it. If you woke up this morning, should you not put your hands up and thank your Lord? Like, gratefully from here. If you have eyes, ears, mouth, all of this working, go and ask the ones that don't have it working. That's how simple life is. I nearly lost my arm. God put me in jail with a man that had no leg. The guy was doing handstands, bro. How could I be mad at my little cut? He doesn't have a whole leg to walk on. Just be grateful, please, man. It's the one thing I'm asking, man. Just be grateful for the bus coming on time. For that red light. That red light was stopping you from something that your Lord saw, but you wanted to breathe through the red light, and now look who's on you. Do I have to say it? Everything happens to you for a reason, innit? And I'm Samuel Paso, and I don't know why I picked that name. I think that name picked me. El Paso's a town in Texas in America somewhere, but you get me? I'd like to thank my brother just every single time. May the Lord bless you and continue to bless you lot and everyone around us that's on the same path, and keep all the crowds away and let them have their own circles and their own lane and who they pray to down south, because we pray up, wake up, pray up, stay up.